Could you live here? I've been building my off-grid cabin going on 3 months now, and I'm going to show you what I've done and what I plan to do. I used 1/2-inch bolts anywhere that a post crosses a beam, and similar hardware for the hinges and whatnot throughout the cabin. It all started with footings. There are 20 of them to support the cabin and the porch. I treated 3 feet of the posts in asphalt and dropped them right into the footings. I charred these posts that are furthest out that will get the most weather. It saved me hundreds of dollars to not put the posts on brackets. So just putting them directly in the concrete, coating them in asphalt, searing all of the wood to make sure that it'll last at least a lifetime. All of the beams underneath the cabin are 4x8, and even the beams that I put underneath the deck here, these are 2x8, but doubled up to make another 4x8. 100% of the framing is no smaller than 2x8. I made my own hardware hinges and my own bolt lock for the cabin. The door has a rubber gasket seal around it, and it'll have a door sweep underneath. All of the posts and lumber timber work inside is visible, and that's because I did sheathing first, then I dried it in, then insulation, and then siding, and that way you can see all of the woodwork inside. Anywhere a post meets a beam, there's a bracket to connect them, and anywhere a joist meets a beam, there's also a hurricane strap. I used 1/2-inch bolts anywhere that a post crosses a beam, and similar hardware for the hinges and whatnot throughout the cabin. The siding is just 2x8s ripped down to 1x8s, and I used some of those 1x8s around the cabin for a little bit of finishing work, like the countertop in the kitchen. The couch slides out into a bed. A lot of that is 1x8. The shoe storage is 1x8. The table is a 1x8, and it folds down. It has a little lock, so you can fold it up out of the way and have more room in here. The shelving inside of the pantry is all 1x8. I think I'll put cupboard doors over the bottom, but leave this top open. A lot of this is 1x8. There's a fridge, there's a burner, a deep sink, and I've got my all-in-one kitchen utensil over there. This corner, there's a 4x4 hole in the ground. I'm going to pour a foundation and then build a Russian stove on top of that. And that's because it could be tons of weight. And I'll have a cooktop on it, an oven inside, and an open front so that you can see the flickering fire. And then the chimney will go through the floor of the bedroom and up out the roof. So far, I've only cut out windows upstairs, I plan to put at least another big window on this north side and one on the east side of the building and one right here. The television will be up in the corner and a window here. The doors will have windows in them, and I'm thinking I may not put windows on this south side of the building just because the sun coming through is pretty brutal. Maybe just a small one up there and leave these maybe. And well, with the TV on this opposite wall here, that might be ideal anyway to keep sun off of the television. There will be one more door cut out in the kitchen here, and this will center directly in front of the walkway that goes out to the outdoor kitchen. So the door will be here, and it'll be centered on the walkway, and this will be built out to an outdoor kitchen eventually to give me more room. The staircase is a full set leading up into the bedroom, making it easy for the dogs to get up and down. I'll build a frame for the bed, hopefully some kind of a nice little closet space. I have air conditioning up here and heat. There's also another diesel heater downstairs by where the Russian stove will be. Just one of them is usually plenty. When it's 20 degrees, I ran two. Let's see. Oh, an air conditioning unit will go right above the couch, which pulls out to a bed. So two pretty ideal spots, but if I'm being honest, I mean, it's going to be 78 today. It was 77 yesterday, and it's easy to get cold in here. I just have greenhouse plastic over the windows for now. That's like 6-ply, but I'm going to order my own windows, and at least one of these bedroom windows will have a frame, so the whole window opens out and you can step out onto the porch. You know, you can use it as an emergency exit, or you know, the roof on the porch is quite flat, so you could stand out there if you wanted to and sip some coffee. I'll have a banister that comes along here and a rail down the way, and probably some rail and banister around the deck on the cabin. At this point, a lot of what's going to be happening is just, you know, kind of decorating, finishing the inside. I need to get the cushions for the couch, a lot of that stuff, lights and things like that. Soon I'll be setting up solar, a huge solar system. I'll put a link down below if you want to check out the system that I got. I'll be building the Russian stove, so I'm going to have to get a lot of brick, and then I think I'm going to cover it in cobblestone. We'll see what happens. And with that stone, I should have left over for the pond as well. I think that pretty well covers most of the plans for the cabins. If you think I missed something, drop a question down below and I'll try to respond. And well, I just wanted to show you guys what I was up to on the homestead. Subscribe if you'd like to learn more about my cabin.